All right,
Yeah.
welcome, Oga Professor, to Oblis TV. I'm very happy to have you. I'm very, very happy to have you. I'm very happy to have you. Yeah. All right. As you can see, he's a Chelsea fan. I'm also a Chelsea fan. So definitely, you know what brought the both of us here. It's Chelsea matter. But first of all,
Exactly.
let's start with the trend. Let's start with the trend. Noni Madueke. We are hearing that
Yeah.
Arsenal are really serious about that deal.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I have to say about this guy deal, we say, a lot of us have been saying that. As much as a lot of us have been saying that Madueke should go, he should go. I feel like Madueke still have more to offer in the Premier League, and
Okay.
I will not be surprised at the end of the day Chelsea sell Noni Madueke and the guy turned out to be something else tomorrow. You know that all of our ex-players now, so that they always want to do. Austin Odoi, for instance, he come up for Chelsea. He went to Nottingham Forest, played against us, show us Pepe. So I'll not be surprised if tomorrow Noni Madueke turned out to be something else at Arsenal, but I still want him to go.
He still wants him to go.
Honestly speaking, that guy need to go because he's the headache Noni Madueke is giving. We have a lot of headache already in Chelsea. If Madueke go, it's more like a little bit of fresh air, fresh breath of air. Madueke, thank you. Please go. Thank you. We are done.
But I feel if you let Madueke go, looking at the kind of competition we are going to be playing next season, it's not going to be fair by letting somebody like Noni Madueke go. We might be saying Madueke is not that kind of player, but we should not write his football abilities that is yet to come out of the game. You understand? Just like what you said that he might go there and turn against us or turn out to be good. And remember, we are hearing that it's Arsenal that is making push for this young man. No bid or no proposal has been submitted yet. You understand? But Arsenal is making serious push to bring in Noni Madueke to Arsenal. And yes, Chelsea fans are saying we should let him go. Don't forget, you have Ole Pedro Neto running that right wing. I know Estevo Williams is coming, but how sure are you that Estevo will cover up that right wing? And looking at Kupama currently right now, navigating from the right, of recent, you have not really seen that sweetness from Palmer. You understand? So for me, I would have loved to say Madueke should be that player that should stick around the club. Never can tell. It might turn out to be good, but it's your opinion. I will not counter it, but it's your opinion. You understand?
So I feel like the guy is now getting out of, in my own opinion, from the way I observe it in our last few games. I feel like the guy is now kind of drizzling out of Enzo Maresca's plan, simply because, for instance, our last game we played against Benfica. At that point, when the game got to extra time, you'll be expecting that, okay, the only senior player with the bench now is Noni Madueke. Let's have him. But Enzo Maresca did not call him. But instead,
you have a point there.
Called Christopher Nkunku, called on Madueke. Same thing in our second game. Was it which other game? I think it has been 2 games now that I observed that Enzo Maresca did not play him like that. I think which game did we play before? It was not that experience game.
Is it Flamingo?
I think Flamingo. Yes, I think Flamingo. I think Enzo Maresca did not call him up too on time, although he later came back into the game. But please, let's Madueke just go. Me, in my own opinion, let him just. I'm done. Madueke, he don't miss his priority for Chelsea.
All right. Okay. Moving further. Looking at the Club World Cup so far, we are going to be playing Palmares on Saturday, early morning, breaking Sunday morning. You understand? On Saturday, and Man City is out of this tournament via Ahala, or whatever they call them. And looking at the kind, thank you. And looking at the kind of game they played against Man City, I know that whoever win against Chelsea and Palmares will play against whoever win against Ahila and these people. What they call him? This Thiago Silva team.
Yes,
this team that's Thiago Silva. Yes, I guess those are the 2 people that are going to be facing each other.
Yes, Ahila is playing against Fluminense.
Yes. So imagine Al Hilal finish, go to the semi-final, Chelsea progress to the semi-final, and we meet Al Hilal. Do you think Chelsea stand a chance of going to the final facing a team like that?
You see, if you ask me at this junction, I don't just think Chelsea will stand a chance against Al Hilal. I feel like Chelsea will get to the final. Ask me at this junction. Simply because if you judge that game that is coming up, okay, let's just see Chelsea defeat Palmeiras and then Al Hilal defeat Fluminense. I'm not seeing it happen. I don't think Al Hilal will defeat Fluminense, but even though I don't care anybody that advanced between the two of them, but whoever advanced between the two, I feel like we cannot judge that game with the tempo of the game that they played last night against Manchester City. They played last night against Manchester City with their last drop of blood. They just want to prove a point. It's not about the money. It's not about anything. I want to prove a point. You get this same thing can be applicable to drawing our mind back to Benfica game. Benfica also played against Bayern Munich in a way that he put fear for a lot of us body. And you know, people came outside to start saying, with this Chelsea, how do you want to play against Benfica? This Chelsea. I remember I made a video then and people stormed the comment section saying, you cannot defeat Benfica. You cannot. Benfica is going through. Benfica. And at the end of this, look at the way we control the game against Benfica.
Yeah.
So I feel like the tempo of each game, no two games, are the same. We feel say, okay, that day now, Chelsea will put it for Al Hilal, but Al Hilal come outside again and, you know, put up another incredible performance. But I feel like the way they played against Manchester City yesterday, they can't play 3 games like that. In my own opinion, I don't think they can play 2-3 games like that.
Okay.
There is fatigue, there is tiredness. They are not machine. So their body will also tell too. And you know, from the way we played against Benfica, we controlled the game well. We did not really. There was no much stress. If not because of say the drama and you know they dragged the game till like that extra time, we controlled the game. We controlled our defense, our midfield, everything. They jig. So for now, I cannot say that Al Hilal will pose a threat to us. No, I don't care. Right now, I'm seeing us in the final. That's my own take.
I like that. I love that. I know some people will say that why not win the one in front of you first? But we are just giving an instance, you understand?
Yes, exactly.
And looking at the 2 signings that Chelsea has made so far, do you think Chelsea is not making a financial mistake by bringing Gittins and Joao Pedro? What's your take on these 2 players?
No, Chelsea are not making financial mistake at all. They made it clear when we wanted to sign Joao Pedro. They said Chelsea are in need of an all-round attacker. They clarify where all-round attacker. That's what they call Joao Pedro. And you know, an all-round attacker, if for instance now Joao Pedro can play as number 9, can play as false 9, can play as number 10, can play at the right wing properly. I think his weak foot is at the left wing, but he can still play there. So from what they call it, an all-round attacker, this guy can relieve anybody. Next season is a very long something. He can relieve anybody. As far as I'm concerned, he can relieve Kopama. He can relieve. You know, people forget that the game of football is a game of 90 minutes, and some players will not play 90 minutes. Some players will be withdrawn from the game 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 80 minutes. Who is the options that can fit here, or there? That is Joao Pedro for me. So I feel like this guy is not a financial mistake for Chelsea. That is number 1. For Jamie Gittins, we need a replacement for Mikhailo Modric. We cannot, of course, anybody that called Jamie Gittins, I've seen some people saying that Chelsea kept on signing average players. And my own question is, the Cristiano Ronaldo that turned to the world class today, he begins from somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. Caicedo,
what was he when he came to Chelsea? Bang average. What was Cucurella when he came to Chelsea? Average. Can we call them average now? Absolutely. Anybody that call them average now, know that the person is just only trying to banter. They are not. They are no longer average.
Yes,
they're no longer average. So I feel like Jamie Gittins is perfect for. Plus, the guy want to work with Enzo Maresca. He will not find it difficult to familiarize himself with the team. He knows most of them. He knows there's Romeo Lavia, there's Kopama, there's Enzo Maresca that was once, he's more like he's coming in the midst of his friends, and that's why I feel like the guy rejected Bayern Munich, because for someone to reject Bayern Munich is not small. There must be a cogent reason behind it. So that's why I feel like, okay, Jamie Gittins rejects Bayern Munich simply because he's coming in the midst of his friends, where he feel like he will adapt easily, play alongside. Even the sporting director, he knows him well. So none of them Chelsea are not making mistake at the moment.
All right. This last one I want to talk about is one thing that Chelsea fans are always hitting on, and I feel that if some of them hear your opinion, they will tend to let it not be that it's only Obvious TV angle of it. At least we heard from other people too, some other sports pundits too, like you. What's your take on Enzo Maresca? Do you think he's that man for that job?
I feel like,
or do you think, Enzo Maresca, or do you think Chelsea fans should be patient with him?
Yes, we just have to be patient with him. Enzo Maresca can be annoying. I will not come outside and start defending him. But do I want Chelsea to sack him? Absolutely no. Please, no. Let him stay. You can see that considering, let's if we are to open the book of the past three coaches we don't get, I think we have Graham Potter, and which other coach did we? Pochettino. I feel like Enzo Maresca is above these two guys. I won't take Enzo Maresca above Thomas Tuchel, but in my own opinion, I will take Maresca above Potter and Pochettino.
Okay.
A lot of us did not understand that Enzo Maresca was once the brain behind the success of Pep Guardiola. A lot of us did not know. Enzo Maresca, according to I spoke to a friend that resides in the UK, and the guy is very, very familiar to all of these clubs. He said Enzo Maresca did not start as a coach. Enzo Maresca began his career as a tactician. All those people that you just see them carrying laptop, you see all of a sudden you can just see somebody with laptop. They will run through to Pep Guardiola and start telling him things. You might have observed those people.
Yes.
That is what Enzo Maresca is doing before he now becomes the coach of, I think, the Manchester City youth, because they see that the guy is very good and he's qualified for it. You get, he did not just work as a tactician for only Pep Guardiola. He was there for Pellegrini too, one of his tacticians. So I feel like too many tactics is what is killing Enzo Maresca. His brain dey hot. That's why there's no time you see a picture of them. That's why you see a picture of them anytime they are traveling in the flight. You will always see Enzo Maresca on his laptop. Whenever they are traveling, probably traveling to a new game or something, you will always see him with his laptop. Overthinking is killing Enzo Maresca. That's what I feel like. Say, if they finish this man, they go. He's brilliant. Enzo Maresca is brilliant. But sometimes experiment. One thing I can coin out of all of these Pep Guardiola's graduates is that they can be very, very stubborn. They used to carry the full Pep Guardiola spirit. They want to do it their way. Exactly what is disturbing Mikel Arteta now too. Look at the players that is getting linked with. If I'm an Arsenal fan right now, with all of the reports that is coming outside, I will be throwing things, kicking, turning red, because Noni Madueke of all people. But maybe we don't go there. Maybe so that they don't go play this video for Mikel Arteta. Maybe we don't go there so that they don't go to Arteta. But you see, I feel like this is the same thing that is affecting all of these Pep Guardiola graduates. They want to do things their way. They want to believe that all of us, all we fans, we just cry. The only thing we can do is just to shout and cry. He will do it his way. That's Enzo Maresca's problem. However, if you critically sit down to observe what Enzo Maresca is trying to build, you will understand that this guy is trying to bring out something out of all of these our young boys. You get. I feel like it's not just Chelsea that want to work with all of this young team. There's Joe Shield that is coming from I think Manchester City. It was once their sporting director there. So I feel like working together with that guy that they work together as Manchester City with Enzo Maresca, they decide together that, okay, let us build a young team. When this guy was the sporting director, Todd Burnley, you can see the old men that he kept on signing. signing Koulibaly, Raheem Sterling, Abuma, Aubameyang, and the likes. You get, of which they did not work out for us. This young team now, they won what those set of people cannot win. They've won us the Conference League. Look at their performance at the Club Cup so far. It's not bad. It's not bad. So I feel like Enzo Maresca is okay. He's right for the job. If we can permit him to do the work, he's right for the job.
Wow. Oga Professor, I must confess, you have said a lot. Lot of you just they nail him. You need to even hide anyone. You just the hitter. You just the hitter. You just the pump and they go. Thank you very much, Mr. Professor, and thank you very much, guys. Do it to subscribe to his YouTube channel, Oga Professor. Check on his Facebook page. He's a very entertaining analyst. Like in the talk and the way you want them. You understand? Exactly. When it comes to banter, I rank him number 1. I need to take him away from him. He's very good in that area. So go to his YouTube page. Watch this video. This video will be on his YouTube page and it will be on Oblis TV. Go to his Facebook page. We'll create, in short, we just start. We are just starting.
Thank you so much, Maga.
Thank you very much, Professor. I really appreciate for everything.
All right. Thank you, sir. Big ups to everybody.